of unfathomable technological advancements, there stands one human hero.
Okay, man, come on. Let's just get serious.
This is the Chronicle of Mike versus the Machine.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mike versus this Machine. I'm Mike A.
And I'm Mike 1.
And, of course, on the computer is our AI frenemy, my most hated of nemesis, ChatGPT.
Hey, can you tell that this is right after I wrote and put out the trailer and the description for the finalized podcast description? Because he used all the keywords.
Yeah.
You can see the timeline starting to
Develop.
Yeah.
So, it's that time of year, everybody. The leaves are changing. The weather's getting cooler.
Well, for some people.
Well, yes, for some people. It's that time of year where you start thinking about family, and the smell of cinnamon is in the air, and the basic bitches have their pumpkin spice lattes.
I've had some pumpkin, yeah.
Well, because you're a basic bitch, but I'm talking about it's fall. From where we're at right now, it's fall. Halloween has come and gone, and we're on to my second favorite, Mike 1's first favorite, holiday of them all, Thanksgiving. And in talking about Thanksgiving, I'm not going to bore you with history, but Mike, when the Pilgrims first got here and they met Squanto and the natives that were here, what was the first crop that the natives taught them how to grow?
Well, the natives didn't teach them how to grow it, but it was genocide.
Sadly, yes, and we sit here and, as a white male, I apologize to my native brothers and sisters that are still out there.
As a white male, I don't apologize. I'm just very, very sad about it. Because I didn't do it.
I still should apologize.
I feel guilt.
Yes, so do I.
Residual guilt. It's like genetic guilt.
Very. But no, what was the first crop that the natives taught the Pilgrims how to grow?
Well, according to the American school system, it was corn, otherwise known as maize.
Yes, and that's what today's episode is all about. Today's episode is all about corn.
Today is
Corn Tier List.
Yes, and I have to give credit to Mike A for coming up with this one. And the second he mentioned it, I was completely on board.
We love good corn. You know, whether it be on a summertime barbecue and you got that fire pit going and somebody comes out with like 3 big corn on the cobs wrapped in foil and you just throw them bitches into the fire pit and let them sit there for a good 30 minutes, and you pull them out, you slather them in some butter, and you get the salt.
All right, so let's just get right to it. We got to get up in this list. So I have them, the items that we have picked.
Okay.
In an order.
All right.
But first, because they're such an important portion of this podcast.
They're not as important as me or you, but I guess you're right.
Okay. So, after I inputted all of the items that we had come up with into ChatGPT, I asked it if there were any items or references that we didn't touch on that it could add to the mix.
All right.
So we'll just go through these real quick. There are 8 of them. Thank you.
All right.
Number 1 is maize god myths. Ancient Mesoamerican cultures, basically corn deities, which is apart from having an agricultural deity, a corn deity specifically. And I'm going to just kill this pronunciation, but Sentiotl in Aztec mythology?
You know what it reminds me of? I saw the shitty remake of Children of the Corn at the end. Instead of just the cult leader being, possessed.
He was a corn god?
No, there was a giant cornstalk monster that came out of the corn and tried to eat people. And that's when I threw my hands up and said, oh no.
Oh, that's sick. I'm going to have to see that movie. Anyway, the next one is nixtamalization, an ancient Mesoamerican process of treating corn with lime to make it more nutritious and easier to grind. It makes tortillas possible and turns hominy into something uniquely delicious.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, very.
Lime. calcium hydroxide. So not like a lime, but like the lime.
Oh, that John Wayne Gacy used to. Yeah,
that Gacy used to. Yeah, hide the body.
Hide
smell.
the bodies. Yes.
Yeah, interesting. One that we definitely forgot about that your car can't use, but mine can. Ethanol-based fuel. Mine can use E85.
It sucks that I can't.
Yeah, but a corn-derived ethanol. Yeah. Indian corn, which is one I didn't put on here. You had mentioned it, and I forgot about it.
Native American corn. We're sorry.
Well, I mean, okay. We'll go by the word flint corn is what it puts in parentheses.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, even though I have cornbread on the list, spoiler.
Yeah, it's very specific with this one.
It brought up Jiffy cornbread mix.
Ooh.
And yeah, I mean that's a staple of American households, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
Well, American, probably northern households, because in the South you'd be making your own.
Oh yeah, no. You bring Jiffy into a southern household.
Yeah, I would.
They'll kill you.
I would imagine a southern household. They'd look at that box and then they would freaking Wicker Man you.
Oh yeah, the bees, not the bees.
Not the bees. Corn husk dolls. So more Native American culture. So basically, I forgot everything Native American except for one thing in my list. So,
and again, we apologize to our Native brothers and sisters.
We apologize. Popcorn balls, because we obviously have popcorn, but it went specifically for ball. I'm sorry, she went specifically for balls.
Aren't popcorn balls just basically like Rice Krispie treats, but with popcorn?
Similar, yeah.
They're stuck together with marshmallow, right?
And well, I think it's like a buttery mixture, but maybe some marshmallow. I don't know. I don't make them because I don't like them. I don't like the roundness of them. It makes it hard to get that first bite in.
Yeah, they feel like, plus they feel like wiffle balls.
Mm-hmm. Don't enjoy it. Love Rice Krispies.
Those are F tier.
And the last one is a maze labyrinth as a Celtic ritual.
Wait, the corn maze is a Celtic ritual?
No. Specifically, in ancient Celtic culture that you created labyrinths in maze fields. Apparently this is separate from corn mazes in America, or maybe the Celtic cultures brought it over here. I don't know what the connection is, and we're not going to look into it. We're going to leave it a mystery, just like everything Celtic in my mind. It's all a sweet druidic mystery.
Listeners, if you want to do your own research, leave us comments, and maybe we'll talk about it some other time.
Maybe we'll do an entire episode about the myths and rituals of cultures that we don't know about.
That would be cool.
Celtic would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Maybe we could pit them against each other in some sort of mental gladiatorial arena, like Celtic versus Norse. Make them do battle in our minds, in the mental playground. So that is...
Onward.
Yep,
so,
upward and onward.
I have to give you thanks, ChatGPT, for coming up with some that we didn't think of.
All right.
You get a pass for this.
Well, she gets a pass, and she gets... Well, you get a graciousness point, and then ChatGPT gets 2 points for coming up with the ideas.
I didn't know what the point system.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the main event. Corn tier
Let's
list.
get ready to corn.
As the title of this page on my web browser suggests, edit corn tier list.
All right. And guys, if you want to give us your own tier list in the comments, please do.
Yeah, tell us how we're wrong or how we're right. Or tell us how Michael is wrong and I'm right. Or the other way around.
Or you can tell us all how ChatGPT sucks and that Mike A is the best.
You know, whatever your truth is. Anyway, we're going to start off very simple. And this is also going to devolve into a fist fight. Canned corn.
B. That's a B tier for me. I could take it or leave it.
See,
it's not my favorite, but, I mean, it'll do in a pinch with the right amount of spices.
Okay, so I'm going to say, will you give me A? Because of how ubiquitous it is and how much it has influenced my life.
All right, yeah, I can give you A. I can give you A just because, like I said, if you make it right with the right spices and seasonings, canned corn can be pretty fucking good. It can be pretty delicious, but it doesn't beat the best kind of corn.
Okay, so I don't know how much of that I left in, but whatever website I was using, I mean, maybe we should dox them. Let's dox them.
Yeah, let's dox these fuckers.
Tierking.com. Your freaking website sucks, bro. The second I move something, it deletes my tiers, and I can't access all the rest of my content.
Fix your shit.
Yeah, you suck. So I went to mytierlist.com. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you go to, I think it's called Tier Maker, the one that a lot of people use. And yeah, it's because I didn't need images because I'm not recording this, diphole.
Yeah, we just needed words.
Yeah, so let's hope that my tier list doesn't break during this one, mytierlist.com. And let's continue on. So I bartered for canned corn to be put into A.
Yes.
Because of how seminal it's been in my life.
Yeah.
And see, now we're going to get to the next one.
All right.
So specifically, we have corn on the cob coming up. But this is fresh corn taken off of the cob.
Still A tier. It's A tier.
Yeah, I'll agree A tier. And then the next one we're going to get into frozen corn.
D. It's just something about...
Thank you. It gets soggy.
Soggy, and if it's not stored, like, I understand, like, if you get it from the store, you can't count on the bag being 100% sealed. So then you're storing your corn in the freezer, and then it can easily get and then it's got that freezer taste.
So many other vegetables come out of the freezer tasting fine. Like
corn just doesn't.
Broccoli, you steam it. You steam frozen broccoli.
It tastes like broccoli.
It's great. Corn just does not survive.
No, it's not. Corn is meant to be eaten either canned or fresh.
Yeah, so we'll put that down at D. So for the last, basic kind of corn, cream corn.
I mean, I'm going to put it in C. I can live with or without it. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'll go C as well. It has its use cases, but just wanting, like, if there's a time, because once again, you get back to the frozen corn dilemma where it's like, it's not crisp.
Yeah, corn's got to have that little bit of a crunch to it.
Yeah, so cream corn, it has its use case. Like, here's the thing. If you make some not fake mashed potatoes, they're real, but instant, I mean. That's my mother's influence on making me say fake. They are real. I watched the How It's Made episode.
Okay.
They're real. They're flash boiled and dehydrated, whatever the crap.
Yeah.
But you make some instant mashed potatoes, mix in cream corn and butter, swirl that through with some pepper. It's a decent little, like, cheap poor person meal.
It's a cheap poor person meal that you can just throw together real quick.
It's like poor person mushatash.
Yeah. Poor people grits.
Yeah, I'm gonna call. Oh yeah, grits. It's like gritatish, gritsamish, grit mush. So yeah, C feels good for that.
All right.
Now we get to corn on the cob.
That's S tier. Corn on the cob is S tier.
Like I don't know how anybody in the world could say not S tier. And we all know what you're thinking. Like, well, there is a better version. There's a better version of corn on the cob out there, and we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to it.
This is your standard summertime, fall time, corn on the cob.
Yeah, I would fall. No, summer. Yeah, sorry, you said summer. Okay, but like, no, summer, like fall.
Yeah.
I'm not eating corn on the cob in the
I'm gonna have corn on the cob with my Thanksgiving dinner. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow! I've literally never had corn on the cob for Thanksgiving dinner. Huh? Am I missing out?
Oh yeah, dude. You have that. You have your turkey, your potatoes, nice salty buttery corn on the cob right there. Your stuffing. Gravy?
Should I make up and bring some corn on the cob to my mentally handicapped uncle's Thanksgiving dinner down at the group home?
I think you should.
Maybe I should. I'll just show up at the mentally handicapped group home and tell them, please, could I put this foil wrapped corn into some sort of heating receptacle?
There you go.
And they'll say, well, we're already cooking. I'm like, well, throw it in with it.
Throw it in, yeah.
Please. Please, my uncle needs it.
It's corn.
He needs it before he dies. No, he's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So, corn. I mean, I could get to it next year. But this year, why wait?
Yeah, why wait, man? Why wait?
Okay, so next it's fine. We're getting more into well, not everything here is esoteric, but this one feels like it to me. Corn chowder.
You know what? That's going in unranked because I've never had it.
Well,
but I mean, if you're talking about like, I'm not a like.
Well, okay, no, unranked is more for if we've both never had it.
Okay.
And we also can't like put a judgment to it.
I mean, when it comes to soup, I would claim chowder as my least favorite of any kind of soup.
Oh, I mean, I hate clam chowder.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of clam chowder. I've never had corn chowder. I've never had lobster chowder. Or is it considered lobster bisque? I don't know.
Lobster bisque.
Yeah.
But anyway, when it comes to corn chowder, I think I'll put that with cream corn because they feel very similar.
Yeah, C is fine. Like, you take it or leave it.
It's never a soup I'm going to go for.
Yeah.
Now, here's something I've never had, and I think even the thought of it sounds gross. Corn pudding.
Yeah, never had either. But yeah, the thought of it sounds gross. I think just for the grossness factor, it needs to go in F tier.
We're going to go F?
We're going to go F.
See, I'm going to put it in F specifically because the idea of corn pudding makes me think of rice pudding. And rice pudding, I'm sorry, mother, it looks disgusting. So, yeah.
And not to mention, pudding is supposed to be sweet. Corn is a savory.
Corn is sweet. It's literally called sweet corn.
I understand that, but you can make, but like, when you think about sweet, you're supposed to have that sugary.
What about meat pudding? Didn't Pink Floyd sing about that?
No, if you can't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
But if you put the meat in the pudding, then it's 2 birds, 1 stone.
I mean,
then that bird could be on the wall.
I mean, there is.
And then there's a Joy Division.
Wait, there's just another brick in the wall.
The Bell Division. Joy Division's a band.
Yeah, Joy Division's a band.
It's the Division.
Yeah, the Division.
Okay. Either way, we're not getting into 70s bands here.
No, not right now.
You know what we're getting into, Michael?
More corn.
Popcorn.
Okay, now, how many other instances of popcorn are on this list?
I told you, 0.
Okay.
This is I was going to do caramel corn and stuff like that, but I want popcorn as a concept.
Popcorn as a concept.
I was going to do, and I'm going to say here, I'm going to admit, I was going to do like Jiffy popcorn, like in the bag, and then like popcorn that you just throw corn kernels in oil.
Yeah.
And then there's caramel corn.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we have to live our lives.
Yeah.
There has to be a point where we just move forward into this green and blue nightmare and continue to either prosper or rot. So I'm just doing popcorn.
Okay, so here's the thing with popcorn. It starts off at movie theater popcorn with their like, and if you go to a movie theater and you get the popcorn there, and they've got their are you kidding me? You out of your mind? That's S tier for me.
Ooh.
You get their butter on that popcorn and a little extra salt.
And then you have a corn kernel stuck in your teeth a third of the way into the movie, and you have to live with that for the rest of it.
I can deal with it.
Popcorn just gets me bloated. I say you eat a meal before you see the movie, and then you just have a drink.
Yeah.
Or you sneak in pocket foods.
That's true.
Pocket foods. Like an entire tray of fried chicken. Oh, you never saw that episode of Seinfeld, did you?
No. I mean, I did see the episode of the Boondocks where they somehow basically smuggled an entire, like, party sub into the movie theater, too.
You know, I think that actually needs to be a future challenge for us. We need to sneak Raising Cane's chicken fingers into a movie in our pockets.
Hell yeah.
And they need to be piping hot.
Oh, God.
So that it's an endurance challenge.
Who cannot break.
Yeah.
But like I was saying... Like,
okay, so you're going to start S tier with...
Like movie theater popcorn.
Movie theater popcorn.
But then all the way at the bottom at F tier is like... Back when, in our drinking days, before we became
burning popcorn in the microwave because you leave it in there?
Too long? That's just the popcorn they sit in front of you at a bar. I was never dumb enough to waste a bunch of money at a bar. So
yeah,
I used to go to bar, and they put like this free bowl of popcorn that everybody could just put their hands in.
No, you got to go for like the pretzels.
And then you have like your middle tiers, like your caramel corn, your Orval Red and Bob.
I mean, I would put caramel corn at S.
I mean, it is.
So, so if we're getting averages, we're still sitting like kind of.
I mean, I think if we're gonna rate popcorn as a whole,
we have to add one more in though.
Okay.
How about Jiffy Pop? But specifically, the Jiffy Pop that Drew Barrymore is making whenever she dies at the beginning of Scream.
Well, that got burnt to shit, so that's going to be F tier.
Yeah. So I think that brings the average down, and I think popcorn has to be our first B.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if you look at popcorn as a whole with how many ways it can go from all the way up to S, all the way down to F.
And like I said, you could literally burn it like I did. And I've had microwaves in my life, cheap microwaves that just wouldn't cook microwave popcorn, and that's a detriment.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you should blame the microwave in that instance, but to be quite honest, I'm gonna say B.
Yeah, I can live with B tier.
Okay. So now we're going to go to another snack.
All right.
Corn chips.
Corn chips. Okay.
And specifically, we're like this goes all the way from Tostitos to then Doritos, all the Itos.
I have to go A. I mean, you can't put them in S because, like, again, too many varieties that can rank from S to F.
And honestly, there's like better things that you could do with your time.
Now, if we're talking like Tostitos scoops, those are S tier.
But that has a lot more to do with the dip.
This is true.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel good with A. All right, corn tortillas.
Ooh, okay.
And now this one is highly, not contentious between us, but contentious between us and, like, other cultures.
Yeah.
Because I am one for flour tortilla superiority.
You're one for soft tacos.
Soft tacos, like corn tortillas, I just feel like they're kind of awful for anything other than making like crappy hard tacos. But I think and we just had hard tacos.
Yes, we did.
And I think it was good, but it was mostly good because of the meat. And then the hard taco was literally falling apart from the juice. I once bought a pack of like 100 corn tortilla, like little ones, just to make like little like fajitas, and I hated the taste. All I wanted was a flour tortilla. So for me, I could put them in either D or F, and I give you final sway.
We're gonna have to go with D because I do like hard tacos from time to time. I do like hard.
They have a use case, but once again, now here's actually, you know what though? I forgot. I have hard taco shells on here separate. So this is like the saving grace. We'll give corn tortillas by themselves, like the soft version. Well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, soft version is an F. Hard taco shells come up to a D.
There, that works.
Perfect. Here's one I'm not sure if you've ever eaten. But I want this one on the list. So if you've never eaten one, which I haven't, we're gonna do it by essence.
What is it?
Tamales.
I've actually had tamales.
Okay. What was it like?
They're fucking delicious.
Okay.
I mean, granted, the ones that I had were the store-bought. You buy them in the frozen and they're...
Okay, but so in the store-bought version, were they in the corn husk that you had to peel off?
No.
Or were they just the part that would be inside the corn husk?
They were just the part that would be inside the corn husk.
Okay, so what would you rate them as you had them?
C.
C. Now, C. Does it change if we were to think of the idea of having them from an actual ethnic seller that would then have them in legitimate corn husks?
Oh, God, yes.
So would you raise that to a B then?
I'd raise that probably to an A. You can't, when it comes to ethnic foods, whether it be Hispanic, Latino, whether it be African American, Haitian, wherever.
Getting it from the source.
Like, the fried chicken you get at KFC is not the same fried chicken you're going to get from Big Mama. That Big Mama fried chicken going to kick your ass, and you're going to love every second of it. Just the same as the...
So Martin Lawrence dressed up undercover
cop? No, I'm just talking about just Big Mama.
Yeah.
Big Mama.
That's where he dressed up as the...
Not the movie, I'm just the generalized... the generalized thinking of Big Mama.
So the
Black
racial...
folks out there, you know what I'm talking about.
So the racial stereotype.
It's not a stereotype.
You could have just said an African American mother.
Well, grandmother. Technically, Big Mama's
or grandmother. Okay.
Big Mama's grandma.
Weirdly enough, the one time that I had this was a black friend's mom. She brought us chicken. She brought us Walmart chicken. Ugh. And you know what though? Considering she was traveling to visit us in college, like she did the best she could. She also brought him a box of ready to make grits, which we'll get to later. Anyway,
but like
she was doing the best she could, and you know what? Yes, I will give tamales just for how iconic they also are, and the idea of the corn husk. I will give it an A.
Nice, good.
Now,
all right,
when we talk ethnic,
all right,
corn, this is where it just, I think, pops off.
All right.
I don't know that you or I have ever truly had it the way we need to have it.
Yeah.
But we need to seek it out someday.
Yeah, we need to go to those food truck days they have around here and see if we can find it.
This one that we are teasing is Mexican street corn.
Oh my God. Like, even the shit we got from the ones that we got from Cracker Barrel, it was their version of Mexican street corn.
Even that was
amazing. Delicious. I can only imagine going up to a food truck or going to Mad Mex or going to Los Bajitos even down in South Point.
Los Bajitos.
If getting authentic Mexican street corn, that's S tier.
Yeah, like I didn't have to wait for you. Like apparently it's called elote.
Oh.
And
well, my heart elote.
We had talked about this before, and I'm going to go ahead. So ChatGPT made their list.
All right.
And I'm not going to go over their full list right now.
Okay.
But what I will say is their god tier pick was Mexican street corn.
Hey, I'm not going to fight it with that.
It earns the top spot because it's a culinary masterpiece.
Oh,
that celebrates corn in its most flavorful, satisfying form.
Oh, yeah.
It goes on for a whole paragraph. But apparently elote, or Mexican street corn, has roots that trace back to ancient Mesoamerican cultures like the Aztecs and the Maya, who cultivated corn as a sacred crop, as we discussed previously. It was revered as a divine gift, central to myths and rituals. It's a staple street food of Mexico, and probably broadens into the rest of Central America.
Oh God,
it probably too.
It's probably most of southern Texas and California.
Well, I mean, I was going south through Central America.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like cheese, chili powder, and Lord knows it has to have like paprika or something on there because I see that red.
Yeah, it's spicy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, there's so much good stuff in there. But I just wanted to get to that because...
But it's not just spicy, it's also savory.
It's so savory, and it's just, there's a medley.
Yeah.
It's a medley. Absolute medley. So that went to S without any...
And I'm going to say this right now, people. If you eat Mexican street corn and you come out with a clean face, you're eating it wrong.
Oh, I mean, any corn... Like, our entire S tier right now is dirty mouths.
Oh, hell yeah.
Corn on the cob and Mexican street corn, like, there's no doubt.
It just looks like you got done eating some good...
Nope. Stop. That's crude. But also delicious.
Oh, yes.
All right, we're going to go for a very short speed round. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-ba-dum. Cornmeal.
Meh.
C. Corn oil.
Would like to cook with it, so I'm going to put that in unranked because I haven't used it yet.
No, we got to give it a rank.
Let's see.
I'm going to we're just going to see. Corn starch.
B.
It's at B. I'm gonna bring it down to C for a reason I'm gonna get to in a second. Corn syrup, including high fructose corn syrup.
A, because it's in everything.
Yay, America, USA, USA, USA.
We're so fat. We're so weird.
Yeah. Okay, so I brought down cornstarch by 1 because do you know how baby powder can no longer be made with talc because it was causing all kind of horrible problems?
Yeah, so people were inhaling rock.
So now,
and not Dwayne Johnson.
So now, baby powder can be made. I don't know if there's other versions, but this baby powder that's in my bathroom is made from pure cornstarch.
So essentially, if you know how the old remedy for getting away sweaty balls was you put like the baby powder around.
Yeah, well, sexism here much. It's not just balls; it's also vaginas.
Well, yes.
And
here's the thing.
No. This is why I dropped it from B to C because my mother uses this stuff so loosely. It is all over the floor in the bathroom, and my shorts consistently get cornstarch baby powder on them, and that is why I dropped it a grade, because frick this frickin' frick.
That, I mean, and if you were to, like, walk around in a hot summer day after using that, you'd probably make little silver dollar pancakes.
Yeah, also, I'm not putting powders in my testicles. I've
done it before.
No, I'll just wash them when I get home. No, thank you. Anyway, let's get to some that are awkward.
All right.
Grits.
I've never had grits cooked properly, but I heard that if they're made the right way, like they're not like grits are not supposed to be sweet. They're supposed to be cheesy, savory.
Okay, but you've never had them.
No.
Just for the way they look and the texture, they're F.
Okay.
Now,
people who might be listening in southern places, but don't come after us. This is just our opinion.
We're Yankees. I don't care about southern opinions. I care about Southern people, but I don't care about Southern opinions because I'm from the North and we won. That was a Civil War reference.
I am not affiliated with his opinion. Please, my Southern brothers and sisters, do not come for me.
No, I love you, the South. I mean, oh my God. Even though I don't like grits, I mean, some of the best breakfasts and breakfast buffets at truck stops I've ever had came from Southern truck stops.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely. They know how to put together a breakfast buffet.
You want to get good-ass biscuits and gravy, you go down south, boy.
God. Anyway, polenta. I put this one on
Polenta.
specifically for you.
Polenta. Polenta. Have I ever had polenta?
Do you know what it is?
Isn't it a dessert?
No, it's Italian grits.
Oh, Italian grits.
Yeah.
Polenta. I don't think I've ever had polenta before, but now that I know, like, Italians make it, that might be better than actual grits.
Okay, so we'll put it at D. Just for the idea that maybe it's better than grits. Hominy.
I have no idea
I
what
don't
hominy
even know what it is.
Is it like a corn version of hummus?
I mean, it's made with that taxamulummed nixtamalization process with the lime. Turns hominy into something uniquely delicious. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to mark that as F tier. Anything that was made with something that was used to cover up little
You know
boy
what?
bodies.
Yeah, hominy goes in F because of John Wayne Gacy.
Yep.
Okay. Cornbread.
Depends on who makes it.
You were going to say, let's rank this based on moist cornbread.
Ooh, if it's moist corn, ooh.
I have an opinion.
Oh. Like I said, if you go to the right house and the right person is cooking it, and they're doing it right, and you see them pull out that cast iron skillet from the oven.
See, you're saying all these words, and you're going on so long about it, but there's literally only one word that matters in the end.
Moist.
Moist. So moist.
A.
A?
A. Yeah.
You know what? I wanted B, but with the caveat of moist, I'll go A. Now, here's one that I feel like you have a strong opinion about, corn dog.
Ooh, I love me a good corn dog.
See, I feel like corn dog isn't good enough for S, but I would
It's
absolutely go for A.
Yeah, because there's just so many things you can corn dog.
Now, here's the thing. What do you dip your corn dog in?
Depends on what kind of corn dog it is.
Corn dog. A hot dog wrapped in corn.
Ketchup and mustard.
Okay, at least you said the second word. Ketchup, I feel like, is a travesty.
Ketchup
for
and
a
mustard.
Corn dog.
I mean,
mustard. Plain
basic,
mustard.
if it's a basic, if it's your basic corn dog, ketchup and mustard.
I could go chili, though.
That I would love to do.
That's decadence. But
Yeah.
Mustard.
Yeah, ketchup and mustard.
You said the word mustard, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, ketchup and mustard.
Okay, corn fritter.
Corn fritter. Isn't that, they're sweet. They're little.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is a C boy.
Yeah, it's a C boy.
That's a C boy. Now back to a salty, delicious snack.
Oh yeah.
Corn nuts.
Ooh, corn nuts.
How are your teeth feeling right now?
Oh, they feel fine.
How do they feel after corn nuts?
Ow.
Yeah. I still love the taste.
I think for that purpose, it's got to go to B.
I'll give it B because it's not my favorite snack, but I will absolutely crave it sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I just agreed with you, so you should be happy with me. Now we're going to come to another one that we're going to have another fist fight about, hush puppies.
Love them. Love them. Love them. Love them. Love them. It's fried fucking bread, and it's delicious because it's so unhealthy.
I could literally only ever eat one, and then I'm done. We're specifically talking about Long John Silver's. I eat one. I'm like, that was really good. I look at a second one, and it feels like
those
safe.
are Long John Silver's. But I mean, if we could get actual like Louisiana hush puppies, bro.
Yeah, why doesn't Popeyes have hush puppies?
That I don't know. It's because they have their dry ass biscuits, but
they do have shrimp.
Yes, they do.
Which doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't. But like I said, I mean,
Cajun mashed potatoes.
Yeah, the Cajun mashed
and
Cajun fries.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, we're
just
potato tier list is later.
Frickin' hush puppies. You want them high. That one that I eat is good.
Can we say B?
Give me B. Thank you. Here's an interesting one. Succotash.
I don't think I've ever had succotash.
Because that is, I believe, corn and lima bean.
Isn't that like a Polish dish or something like that? Or I know it's Eastern European.
I mean, I will say that. What was his name? The one that always was chasing Tweety Bird.
Sylvester, suffering succotash.
Yeah, he would always say suffering succotash, which I found interesting. Oh yeah, ChatGPT even says a basic dish. The Sylvester the cat fans may protest. Yeah,
D. I'm gonna say D.
Yeah. I'll go D. Corn pico de gallo.
I love pico. I love corn pico, so that's gonna go A tier.
I'll go A. That's what I get on all my mows. How about the little baby corns in Chinese food?
I can live without them, so I'll go C tier. You want to put them in A tier, don't you?
Would you give me B?
I'll give you B.
Because it's what I don't know, when they come in that little Chinese dish, like, I hate water chestnuts. I like broccoli. I don't like chewing on those pepper bits. But when those little corn boys are in there, I just get all a titter. All right, so two cereals. Where are we putting them? Corn Flakes and Corn Pops.
F.
Both?
They're unflavored, just bleh. And not to mention the guy who made Corn Flakes.
Yes, we could have a whole episode about turn of the century nonsense, and Mr. Kellogg will be on there. If I give you Corn Flakes at F, will you give me Corn Pops in A?
That's a compromise I'm willing to make.
Okay.
I mean,
I love Corn Pops.
Because Corn Pops, they don't really have a taste.
They have a slightly sweet taste and a nice little delicious crunch,
All
and
right.
then you pour chocolate milk on them.
There's where I fucked up, because I've never had them with chocolate milk.
Oh, yeah. All right, so
Oh, yeah.
we're going to get into some so let's not spend too much time on this.
All right.
This is another lightning round of strange things that we may or may not have opinions on. Peppercorn. Like the peppercorns you make that you grind.
I mean, I like regular black pepper, but peppercorns, if I find them in my meats and I bite into them, it hurts and I don't like them. So
Yeah, you know what? I think one of those actually knocked one of my teeth out, so I'm going to drop it to a D.
Yeah, D tier's fine.
Okay, here's a strange one I didn't know about. Bourbon. Bourbon, Kentucky whiskey.
I've never been a dark liquor fan. I've never been a liquor fan, so
Bourbon.
I fight.
Bourbon was my absolute favorite whiskey. And
For you, for you, C tier.
Yeah, but I'm also a former alcoholic, so F.
Okay. F tier's fine.
F tier for bourbon.
And if you guys, hey, anybody out there who enjoys the occasional drink, again, personal opinion.
No, well, it's not just that it's a personal opinion. It's a specific medical diagnosis for myself. I was never a
full-blown alcoholic.
I was never biologically addicted. It was habitual and emotional because I never had DTs, but I just enjoyed it too much. I enjoyed my drink too much.
Yeah.
We'll see if that makes it into the podcast. I'm not ashamed of it.
No.
Okay, so here's two that I actually just found out from searching around.
All right.
So apparently they enjoy a delicious corn beer in the Andes Mountains region in South America.
I mean, C.
Yeah. Well,
it's beer. I like beer.
I feel like we're gonna leave these ones at unranked.
Yeah,
because we have no basis.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna say so. You'll say C, so it's like, yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then corn tea from Korea.
Ooh.
That I'm shaky on.
We need to contact Mr. Mark M. Fishbach.
Yeah, Marky Moo, give me your opinion. And you know what? Until we hear from someone from the Andes Mountains, and until we hear from Mark Edward Fishbach, we're going to leave those two in unranked. Now, here's one that we actually brought up at the very beginning of the of this episode.
All right.
Burying a fish with the maize to help grow the crop in whenever the Pilgrims met the Native Americans.
I mean, we wouldn't be here right now if that hadn't happened, but hindsight being 20/20.
So do we put that in S tier for cool pilgrims or F tier for genocide?
F tier for genocide.
F tier for genocide. All right, how about, you know what, real quick, how about a cornfield?
I like a good cornfield. I'll go B tier on a good cornfield.
Would you give me dropping it to a C because I ripped one of my toenails off in a cornfield?
All right, yeah. Just because you're a klutzy fuck doesn't mean...
That wasn't klutz. That was coming in clutch, winning in a game of cornball. Oh, I didn't put that on the list. That's a sport I invented. Where you chuck a ball into a cornfield, 3 people enter, 1 comes out first with the ball. And that's how I lost my toenail, was winning that game.
Hey, all right, I'll give it to you.
But please, because that hurt. It was my big toenail.
Ooh.
Don't wear sandals running into a cornfield.
I haven't worn sandals since I was 10 years old because every summer, it's never failed, I would trip and rip off my toenail.
Poof. Anyway, how about a corn maze?
How am I viewing this, as I am now or as a kid?
As a corn maze exists.
I'm going to put it in B because as a kid, they're terrifying if you can't find your way out. But as an adult, you kind of like, oh, if I go this...
But, you know, coming into this season, I feel like B is pretty generous.
Yeah, B's a good... Yeah, B for corn maze is good.
All right, how about a cornflower? It's basically a weed that grows with corn. That's how it got its name, cornflower.
Does it hurt the corn?
I mean, probably. It's a weed.
F.
It's also kind of gross. So, yeah.
F.
Well, not gross, but I mean, like, its concept is gross. How about acorns?
I mean, they give us awesome trees. And
squirrels like them.
Squirrels and chipmunks love them, so...
A.
Yeah, A tier.
Yeah. How about a cornucopia?
I mean,
you know what?
Put a lot of stuff in it.
F tier for being a liar because it was never in the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Yes. Fuck you, Mandela effect.
F tier for Mandela. How about a corncob pipe?
I'm going to put that in A tier. You know, you could smoke your tobacco out of it, your wacky tobacco out of it, or you could just look like you have some old-timey stories while you're sitting on your porch.
How about Frosty the Snowman, though? He had a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal, and you don't like Christmas.
What about Frosty the pervert who threw it away and lit a cigarette?
A tier, then?
A tier.
All right. How about a tricorn hat? So, you know, just think about, what, pirates and naval people and Pirates of the Caribbean. And
then if I'm thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean and Johnny Depp, it's going to be S tier.
Yeah, but there was like the British and like...
Okay, then that drops it to B tier.
B for British?
B for British.
B for British.
B for British.
I don't know if that's actually where those hats came from, but you know what? It works for the alliteration on here. How about cornhole?
Oh, I love me a good game of cornhole.
Now, see, that's a game of cornhole, but then we also have to factor in euphemism for butthole.
Still A tier.
A tier?
A tier.
Okay. I like that.
I love a good cornhole either way.
All right, here's 3 in a row. 3 in a row, lightning round.
All right.
Corns on your feet.
Ouch. F.
Oh, corneas in your eyes.
S because I need them to see.
Heck yeah, S for frickin' eyes, bro. How about cornrows in your hair? Be careful.
I mean, they look beautiful on some people. I just don't think I could pull it off, so I'm going to go B tier.
That's just racist. B for black. How about A for African American?
Works for me.
Heck yeah. Here's one that
and not just African American people can wear cornrows. I've seen a few white people, and they do look good. I'm just thinking I couldn't pull it off.
Ooh, I've literally never seen a white person that I thought looked good in cornrows or like, what are those things called?
Dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks, yeah. Anyway, Korn, the band.
Are you ready? Fuck yes. Korn has been one of my favorite bands.
This boy is peeking out the mic here for Korn.
One of my favorite fucking bands of all goddamn time. They always will be a band. They were the first cassette tape I ever purchased.
Yeah, and apparently
with my own money was Follow the Leader.
Apparently they are listed as the band that popularized the nu metal genre.
Hell yeah, they're S tier. They're God tier.
I will go with my late adolescence, and I'll put them in S tier.
I fucking love them. Jonathan Davis, you are a god amongst men. And we're celebrating. This year is 30 years since the first Korn album dropped. Let's go for 30 more. I fucking love that band.
Now, Limp Bizkit, F tier.
Hey, no, Bizkit gets B tier.
How about cornerbacks in American football? Pretty important position.
Pretty important position. We're gonna go. I'm gonna say A tier.
You know what?
They're almost the cornerstone of the defense.
For Deshae Townsend
and Joey Porter Jr.
Who was Deshae Townsend's Ike Taylor?
Ike Taylor, yes.
You know what? Yeah. Steeler fans out there,
hell yeah,
rejoice.
Steeler fans unite.
I'll always remember them. How about corny jokes?
I like a good corny joke every now and then.
You told me a corny joke earlier today.
Oh, I can't remember what it fucking was.
I wish you'd wrote it down. You know what? I'm going to put a pause in here, and if Mike remembers that corny joke, I'm going to edit it in.
Shit, I can't remember it.
I don't think I'm editing anything in.
Yeah, I can't.
But I'll say corny jokes. That's good for a B, right?
That's a good B tier.
How about the look I'm giving you right now?
Side eye, the bombastic side eye.
No.
Disappointment.
Close.
I don't freaking get it.
Hint: it's corn related.
Corner stare. Staring at me out of the corner of your eye.
This ignorance you're displaying is making me look at you with scorn.
Oh, for the love of fuck. All right, scorn. I mean, C.
Would you... No, you know what? I was going to ask for B because of Michael Scott's movie character from The Office, Michael Scorn, but that deserves an average grade anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll put that there. Oh, technically I did put a cornball in here, but this is not the sport.
We're just talking about being a regular old cornball.
Yes. So this we need to, there's 3 here we have to rank. Cornball. I feel like these are going to be A, B, and C. None are S. None are D and F. Need to rank these in A, B, or C. Cornball, cornpone, and corn-fed. Okay, so see, cornball is kind of like I think it was trite and sentimental is how I had it in there.
Yeah.
So kind of like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Corn pone is rustic and unsophisticated. And corn fed is sort of the similar where it's rustic. It's kind of like the characters from Letterkenny.
Yeah. Like when you see like
somebody
a farm boy.
Clark Kent.
Yeah. Corn-fed farm boy.
Yeah. So that's those three.
Okay,
so ABC.
Cornball is going C because I can live either without it. Because
I don't like Hallmark movies.
Corn pone can go in B.
Okay.
And corn-fed can go
corn-fed
in A.
an A for Clark Kent.
Hell yeah. Even though I hate Superman. Fuck him. It's all about Bruce Wayne.
Okay. Corn squabble. So basically like a fight in the corn.
I mean, ain't no better way out in the country to see who's going to marry my sister, whether it be me or you, than a good old-fashioned corn squabble. I'm kidding, country people. I'm kidding.
So C for incest?
Yes.
Okay. And how about one of the most important ones of all? What is one of the greatest times a man can have in his day?
Are you talking about from waking up to the end of the day, to going to bed?
Yeah, like a day.
Whew. Well, as being a dad, spending time with your children, that's one of the greatest parts of a day.
That is absolutely and completely incorrect. The correct answer was taking a shit.
That's how I get my day started.
Yeah. And what is one of the greatest things you could find in your bowl?
A corny turd.
A corny turd. Kind of like Mr. Hanky, or his son.
Wait, no. Oh, what was the one with the? No, he had a peanut.
No,
he had a peanut in his head.
Oh, he had a peanut. That's
true. A peanut in his head.
But still,
Cornwallis was the one's name that he sang "It's the circle of poo" to.
Okay, but anyway, a corny turd.
How many Keurigs does it weigh?
But okay, so where do the humans rank a corny turd? Because I have to tell you, ChatGPT's garbage tier pick was a corny turd.
Bastard.
And you know why?
Bitch.
Because she don't do that. We don't use that language toward blessed awesome ladies.
She put a nice corny turd in trash tier.
Yeah, garbage tier.
Garbage, yeah. So
yeah.
Bitch.
So where do we? No, that's strike two. Now anyway,
I'll put it in. That's S tier. Damn it.
You know
that
what?
Is S tier.
Two men who love taking a poop. It's S tier. Because you know what? What better time can there be in a man's life? You know, it's just time you get alone.
Yep.
Time spent with yourself making things.
Uh-huh.
Which, thank you, Dan Avidan, for that one.
Yes.
Okay, so that is our rank. That is our set of rankings.
All right. Where did ChatGPT rank these?
So I got to go through here. Number one, let me just say that they said at the bottom of the F tier, deep in the garbage tier, sits the infamous corny turd. Let's be honest.
Ma'am, you are wrong. You are wrong. Wrong.
No one asked for this, and no one wants it. Unwelcome and bizarre. It's the unfortunate result of nature reminding us that it doesn't always digest everything the way we'd like. You know what? I never asked to digest corn husks.
No, neither did I.
I never asked to digest the sugar that corn kernels are made from. I forget what it's called.
Ladies, you want to be truly equal to men, you need to start loving your turds the way we do.
Yeah, they're beautiful, blessed children.
Exactly.
Cellulose. Thank you, ChatGPT. Because that's one of the quirks of our digestive system is the inability to fully break down cellulose, the tough fiber that makes up the walls of plant cells. It's a complex sugar that we just can't crack.
Don't care. I'm still going to eat the corn.
Yeah, it's resistant toward digestive enzymes, but you know what isn't? The delicious innards.
Oh, hell yeah.
I enjoy it, and I disagree with ChatGPT for sure. But yeah, we'll go over real quick, see how it compares with us. She has Mexican street corn and corn on the cob in S.
Okay.
Popcorn is in S.
No.
So she agrees. Well, no,
she said
partially agrees with you.
Movie theater popcorn is S tier.
She also has cornbread, which corn tortillas. She puts it in A.
No.
Partially because it's essential for Mexican cuisine. Which I don't agree with. ChatGPT is also an alcoholic because bourbon is up there.
Oh wow.
Tamales. But you will also have to give ChatGPT a little hug and a little kiss. A little hug and a little kiss, because you know what they also put in S tier?
What?
Korn the band.
Yes! All right, ChatGPT, you get a point.
Yeah, like it or not, they've stood the test of time in music. A tier, corn chips, hush puppies, corn fritters, corn pudding, corn chowder, polenta, cornhole, and corn mazes.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
We matched on cornhole. That's fun.
Good.
You're really going to disagree with this one. For B tier, corn flakes, corn syrup, which we put higher at A because USA. Tricorn hats, grits, hominy, subtly impactful, keeps its unique texture and flavor in many dishes. Cornucopia, and then burying a fish with the crop to grow maize like the Native Americans do. They put that in. They put in B.
Yeah. Too bad. So we know that ChatGPT is kind of pro-genocide.
Yeah. So C tier, frozen corn, cream corn, corn meal, those little baby corns in Chinese food, corn flour, acorns, and cornerbacks.
Really? Really?
I mean, come on. Cornerbacks are essential to the pass defense.
Yeah, exactly.
D tier, which I absolutely disagree with, canned corn.
Yeah, that was.
I love canned corn.
That's a big mistake.
It's so essential to poor people culture.
Yes.
ChatGPT has that open AI money. Like, they can afford.
She's a bougie bitch.
She probably gets the little niblets and butter sauce.
Oh yeah.
That might. Well, I'm not even getting into that one.
Bougie.
Freaking bougie. They put corn tea from Korea.
Okay.
Down in D.
Of course, ChatGPT would have had the corn tea.
They said it's not universally loved. They also put hard taco shells in D, which I think that's where we had it.
I think that's where we had it too.
So yeah, that's fine. Corn cob pipe down in D.
Really? Come on, have some culture.
Corn cob pipe. Corn nuts, succotash, and scorn. The bitterness is real, but it's not endearing. Now we're gonna get into the true test to see if any of ChatGPT's hatreds are offensive to us. ChatGPT in F tier. Oh, I already see one. Peppercorn. That's whatever. Yeah. Cornstarch. Corn flippin' pops.
Ooh, and that's a scorn with you, dude.
Yeah, it says decent cereal, although it's more about sugar than corn. It's not that sugary, guys. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a healthy alternative.
Corn squabble. Corny jokes.
You know what? In ChatGPT
doesn't like a pun.
Get your highfalutin nose up in the air ass out of here.
Hey, I'm highfalutin. That was in the trailer.
Oh, okay, get your upper crust nose in the air.
Yeah. I'm not upper crust, even though I do like a tall crust, but still.
Get your bouginess out of here.
ChatGPT F tier for cornrows in hair. Important cultural style, but it isn't edible. Who said that
if you're eating hair, you have a problem?
What hair is edible? Okay, corns on feet. That makes sense.
Yes.
Painful and unwanted. Corn ball. Feeling overdone and uninspired. Yes. It put corn fed all the way down.
Wow.
Praising farm-raised bulk, but doesn't necessarily scream delicious. Well,
we're not talking about... Oh, my
There are plenty of corn-fed hunks who think...
otherwise.
Or that people think are delicious.
Yes.
And then, yes, a corny turd. It's there, it's unavoidable, and we'd rather not dwell on it. I will take a picture of it and send it to ChatGPT.
Same. Especially if it's one of those perfect ones.
Yeah, I feel like this was inevitable. That an episode about food would have to go to the humans.
Yes.
But specifically, I'm going to give the win to me.
What? Fuck off.
Like, you came up with the idea for corn tier
When
list.
do I get to win one here, for crying out loud? This is bullshit.
You won Monkey World. Well, we won Monkey World.
So then give this one to me.
I mean, you came up with the idea for corn tier list, but then I did all the work.
I hate you.
You know what? How about we just give this one to corn?
Okay.
Let's give this one to corn.
We're going to give this one to corn.
Or let's give this one to the Native Americans.
Yes.
Let's give this one to the indigenous peoples
that our ancestors so surely destroyed and dismantled.
Like, they have casinos, which is horrible because it goes against the entire idea of them. They didn't have the idea of possessions and money.
No, exactly.
Which is how we tricked them into giving us Manhattan Island for like 80 beads or something. And then there were also diseased blankets. There's like a whole book
we could go
this.
into the whole thing.
It's awful. Anyway, ChatGPT says thank you. And here is their corniest nugget of wisdom for Michael. This is just for you.
Oh, here we go.
So what I want you to make sure you notice is that not only is this quote surrounded by quotation marks,
it's also surrounded by corn.
Little kernels, little corn cobs, which was an S tier for you.
Yes,
little corn cobs.
I know.
So this is like a double corn quote.
Uh-huh.
Remember, Michael, just like corn, life's best moments sometimes come with a little pop, a lot of layers, and maybe even a kernel of surprise. So embrace the husks, savor the sweetness, and keep things just a little bit corny, because that's where the flavor's at.
Hey, ChatGPT, to quote Korn the band, I'm here to stay.
Here's the other thing. They put corny jokes and cornball, trait, and sentimental in F tier.
And then proceeded to call me both. Give me a corny joke and then call me a corn.
And that quote was very, very cornball and very kind of corny. So no, your wisdom won't guide me through corn-related quandaries with buttery smoothness, ChatGPT. I think that the indigenous peoples win this episode in Mike's name.
I'll take it.
But his name doesn't actually get him any sort of like monetary or podcast currency related value. Is that good?
Until next time, everybody, keep it corny.
If you enjoyed that stupid thing, whatever just happened, why not subscribe to it or follow it or just like it? I don't know. Whatever it is you're doing on whatever platform this is on.
If you have any suggestions for episodes or ideas,
episode ideas,
whatever, feet pics included, hey, you can send those in the comment section, or you can email us at windbreakermedia@gmail.com. I like the feet.
That's also all one word. ChatGPT appreciates proper email syntax.
It doesn't appreciate feet.
It does appreciate the support of our listeners.
Why am I not included when you say that?
Hey, we'll probably all three of you. Thus, we'll see you next time.
Send the feet.
Set feet.